Determine which game mode you are playing. Setup and gameplay vary slightly depending on the game mode, explain later. Each player gets a stadium mat, a starting team deck with their corresponding pennant marker, a run scored marker, and a games won marker. Place the stadium mat either side up, whichever layout is more convenient for you. Shuffle the starting deck and place it face down on the lineup space of the mat. Place the runs scored and games won markers on the 0 spaces of their corresponding tracks. Determine who is the home team randomly. That player places their pennant with home showing, and the other player has visitor showing. The visitor plays first. Shuffle the free agent deck and deal 6 cards face up in a buy row. Place the red, white, and blue pawns in the middle of the table and begin the game. After each minigame, if either player has an on-deck card, they must either discard it with no effect or place it back on their lineup. Then reset the run-scored markers back to 0 and remove the pawns from both stadium mats. If there are extra innings in the minigame, both players discard any unplayed cards from their hand to the dugout. Then all cards in the in-play box are used to purchase new players in the buy round. These actions allow you to get the hits listed in the immediate action box immediately instead of just future threatened hits. Immediate hits will go on base during your turn and become base runners, and existing base runners will advance as normal. If this is the first card you played in a minigame, immediately execute the hits listed. If you have a base runner on second or third, immediately get the hit listed and advance all your existing base runners one more base than the hit, as if they were fast runners. If the opponent's card is a cyborg, immediately execute the hits listed. This isn't a hit, but lets you immediately advance all fast or average base runners by 1 base, following the normal advancement rules. These actions cancel your opponent's threatened hits. When a hit is canceled, remove the corresponding pawn from your opponent's home plate. If the opponent's card is a robot, cancel all their threatened hits. If the opponent's card is a natural, cancel all of their threatened hits. If the opponent's card is a cyborg, cancel all their threatened hits. Cancel 1 threatened hit of your choice. These actions let you remove base runners from your opponent's mat. You cannot remove threatened hits from home plate. Remove up to 2 slow or average base runners. Remove the indicated number of base runners. This lets you reduce the value of all your opponent's hits by 1. For example, this double would become a single, and this single would be cancelled. This action changes all threatened hits to walks. During a walk, the batter moves to first base, and base runners only advance if they are pushed. For example, here the batter would go to first, this runner would go to second, and this runner would not move. For beginner 2-player, begin the game with a 3-game mini-season, including a bye round at the end of each mini-game. The home team alternates players each game in this mini-season. After the mini-season, begin the World Series, which is a best-of-7 mini-games format, with a bye round after each mini-game. The player who won the most games in the mini-season begins as the home team. In the first 2 games of the World Series, that player is the home team. In the next 3 games, the other player is the home team. For the last 2, the home team switches back to the first player. You play until someone wins 4 minigames out of the World Series, and that player wins. For standard 2-player, begin the game with 3 bye rounds instead of any minigames. For each bye round, each player draws the top 6 cards from their lineup and uses that revenue to buy new players. The home team player alternates each bye round, and if there's a tie for revenue, the visitor decides who buys first. After the bye rounds, put the purchased players on top of the lineup, put the demoted cards in the minor league, and discard the rest of the used cards to the dugout. Then determine a home player randomly and play the best-of-7 minigames for the World Series, like in the beginner 2-player mode. For expert 2-player, play a best-of-11 minigames with a bye round after each minigame until there is a winner. Alternate who the home team is after each minigame. In 4-player tournament, players will alternate who they play against. Reshuffle your deck whenever you face a new opponent. Each player plays a set of 3 minigames against each other opponent, for 9 minigames total. For each set, do a bye round after each minigame, and alternate whoever is the home team. At the beginning of each set, the starting home team is the player with the most wins, with ties broken randomly. After all the minigames, rank the players by number of wins, with ties broken by whoever won the most against the other tied player. Then rank 1 plays against rank 4, and rank 2 plays against rank 3, in a best-of-3 miniseries with no bye rounds between each minigame. The winners of each miniseries play in the finals, which is another best-of-3 miniseries with no bye rounds. For both miniseries, the first home team is the player with the most total wins, and home team alternates each minigame. Whoever wins the finals wins the tournament. In the variant, after you rank the players, then rank 1 and rank 2 go straight to the finals, playing a best-of-3, 5, or 7. In the solo game, you get one of the starting teams and you get to decide how many bye rounds you want before starting the World Series, between 0 and 4 depending on what difficulty you want. For the AI, shuffle and deal 15 cards from the free agent deck face down on the AI's lineup. The AI is always the home team. The game is a best of 7 game series with a bye round for you after each game, but the AI team never changes. The rules for you are the same as normal, but the AI just draws the top card of its lineup for each play, and it never has an on-deck card or a pinch hitter. When the AI deck runs out, shuffle it and keep drawing. For extra innings, you draw 3 cards as normal, and the AI will draw 1 card as needed from the top of its deck. In 3-player Hot Pepper, you'll be playing 3-player minigames. Randomly determine player order and give player markers to designate the order. Sit in clockwise order, first, second, and third. Player 1 gets the Hot Pepper bat, and turns always start with that player. Each round of card play, the order will change direction, so the odd rounds are clockwise and the evens are counterclockwise, but player 1 always goes first. Play is the same as normal, with the previous player acting as your opponent, and you acting as the opponent for the next player. At the end of the 6th round, only player 1 gets to do a visiting save to defend against player 2's last card. There are no extra innings in this mode. During the bye round, you cannot pass. The lowest revenue buys first, then the second lowest, and most revenue buys last, with ties broken randomly. After each minigame, compare each player's score against each other player's score one at a time. You get 2 points for a win, 1 point for a tie, and nothing for a loss. Keep track of the total scores. For the next minigame, the player with the most points overall is player 1, the player with the least points is player 2, and the player in the middle is player 3, with ties broken randomly. Make sure the order of the first round in the next minigame will be 1, then 2, then 3, and remember to alternate order each round. You can either start with 3 exhibition minigames with a bye round after each one, or do 3 bye rounds like the standard 2-player game. Then play a 6 minigame season with a bye round after each one. After the final bye round, rank each player by their total points. The second and first rank play a 2 out of 3 match with no bye rounds, and the winner of that wins the game.